Hello, Hero Collectors here. How's it going, everybody? Hope y'all are doing fantastic. I know I am, because today we're going to be unboxing this brand new Star Wars Black Series Baylan Skoll Mercenary figure. This is the Walmart exclusive with the cloak. I did not get the previous Baylan Skoll figure, and Walmart actually had him for $15 on sale, so I felt like I couldn't pass it up. I was wanting the cloaked versions if I could get them of these two characters, or of him and Shin. So let's waste no more time talking about it. Let's just crack him open. I do have Shin and Ahsoka and Morgan Elsbeth off to the side here, so I will do comparisons with him and all three after we kind of go through the figure a little bit. Get that out. There's the tray. We'll put that back in. This off to the side. Okay. Here is... Oh, that's really blown out. Okay, let's get that adjusted. That's a bit better. Okay, so here's Baylan in the tray. Let's get his saber out. I hope you watched the video about Shin. I had a mixed experience with that figure. Let's hope that this one goes a little bit better. Let's already... okay, a little bit less rubbery. That's a good sign. But still an orange blade. In fact, it's coming off more orange on the camera than it is in person, but that's still cool. It's very large. Let's get him out. Okay. Boom. Okay. So I did not have the previous Baylan Skoll figure, so I don't know if there's any serious paint differences on this guy. That's... ooh. Is that meant to be like that? I guess so. I don't know. Okay, let me adjust the camera real quick. Let's get ankle down ever so slightly. Sorry. There we go. Okay, so here we have Baylan. Let's kind of see what he's got going articulation-wise. Double dumbbell at the head and neck. He's got good range. I like the face sculpt. It looks pretty good. You can kind of see it there. Kind of eyes are coming off a little dark around them, or around the eyes, I should say, on camera, but in person it's not as bad. Okay, he's got a dumbbell at the waist. Okay, armor bits, got some butterflies. Looking good so far. Okay. There. This is really gets out of the way, nice and rubbery. And that reminds me of Vader, the way that's textured. I like that. There's that. There. And oh, I feel really bad. I've forgotten this actor's name, but he was also Volstagg. Rest in peace. He was fantastic in the show. I feel really bad that I can't remember his name offhand. He's got the same hip articulation going on that Shin did. It's kind of got that, not quite a swivel, but a half swivel. That's interesting. Oh, the skirt plugs in there. Okay, interesting. So it's supposed to plug in like that and sit a little bit better. I like that. I want to know if that sculpt there is intended. If that's, or if that was plastic. They're like the packaging warping it. So there. Got knee. Let's see. Feet are a bit better, but can't get the pivot as much. Okay. Kick forward. Got a little bit of twist. Knee. Twist there. No boot cut, which is a shame. Okay. So overall, joints initially are pretty smooth. I'd say the hardest thing to bend is the elbows. Everything else seems pretty sturdy, and then the ankles are going to be interesting for pivot. But let's get him posed up with his saber and see how well he holds it. Okay, that's a lot better than Shin. He holds it straight up and down, not a lot of wobble. There is some wobble if you move it, but let's see if we can get like maybe a tighter grip up here. Yeah, that's a lot better. And then let's get a double double grip because he did use this kind of like a broadsword. And okay, just kind of bring it across his chest there. Get him looking like so. Spread the stance a little bit, and that's not too bad. Looking pretty good so far. I'm liking that. Okay, now let's... I didn't even look at the back of the figure. Not a lot of detail. And there's all this blue kind of like armor splotching going on around the figure. You can see it on the armor, and it's on the shins too. So I like that. It's good paint detail. I can't remember 100% if it's accurate or not. I've only seen the Ahsoka show the one time as it was airing. But we got the cloak. It seems to be made of the same material that Shin's cloak is. It's kind of that... It feels like a looser fabric. Maybe it's kind of worn down t-shirt kind of vibes. You can see my fingers through the fabric in the light. We'll see if over time it holds up. It's even got like a painted ribbon on the hood, and you can see that. Let's put it back on him and see how well it looks. Oops. Okay. Wants to catch on things, it seems. Okay. And back down like so. If I remember correctly, he kind of had this vibe going on where it kind of covered him like that. Let's bring the saber across. It's got a really large blade. That I need to look up just how big it was in comparison to the other characters' lightsabers, but interesting. Alright, let's bring in a few of the comparisons, the ones that matter. Here is him and Shin. And, how do I feel about this? I don't love it. I think she is too large overall. I think she's scaled up too much. Because her head is bigger than Baylan's, if I'm looking at this right. Or maybe it's just the hair, but it looks like her head is much bigger than Baylan's, so that it makes him look smaller when he's supposed to be bigger than her. And if he had just a little bit more height, or she was just like ever so slightly shorter, maybe it would work better. Let me know down in the comments what you guys think. I haven't decided if I want to do the leg swap or not. I may have to. It's on the display. If I maybe have him just like have him on a figure stand, just slightly taller, it might be able to pull it off a bit better. And maybe in action stances and at different angles, it might look just ever so slightly better. But straight on, just like this, it's not the greatest. I think Black Series just made her ever so slightly larger. Actually, hang on. Let's bring in another comparison just to see. Okay. Because Ahsoka scales good with herself, the other Ahsoka figures, and those scale best with other characters, she's more my baseline. He is taller than her, not by much, but a little bit. And that would be... This comparison here is easier to fudge. Like, if I take her away, I can see that easier. Like, better. But put Shin back... Oops. I think it throws everything off. It makes him look small, and makes her look small in comparison to her as well. So if she was just scaled ever so slightly smaller, I think it would have been perfect. Or not perfect, but reasonable. So, yeah. Interesting. Okay, now let's pull Ahsoka and Shin away. And let's bring in a couple other characters from the show. In Morgan Elsbeth, which that's not a bad comparison. I think that still works. And then this is the comic book Thrawn, who seems quite tall. I'm not going to get the show Thrawn. I think this one works fine as a live action in my collection. That's kind of the beauty of Black Series is that they make it for both. Like, if they take like a comic version, they make it realistic. It works. It works. I think he may be too tall. I think a lot of the original Black Series were just a tad too tall, but it's not bad. I can live with that one over Shin. So, okay. With that, let's kind of end this with getting him into some kind of action pose really quick. Oops. Okay. Let's let's get a good stance going. Okay, let's see. The hood on this guy doesn't want to sit as good as Shin. That bunchiness is just a little too much, but but he didn't get super dynamic. Now that I think about it, let's see if we can do kind of like a deflecting. He's doing the Vader walk through the hallway kind of thing, where he's more stoic, I suppose. Because isn't that his intro with Shin? Is they just kind of, or at least he walks through a hallway and just kind of deflects the bolts and is just intimidating. So that's kind of good. Yeah. I need to rewatch some clips, honestly. Okay, so there he just kind of deflected a bolt, blaster bolt or something. Maybe he's reaching out with the force over here. Let's see if we can get the cloak to lay just a little bit better. That's okay. I'll have to work at it. I'll have to look up some reference just to be sure I know what I'm doing when I pose this guy. That's not too bad. I'm more satisfied with this figure than I was with Shin. I may have to do that leg extension trick. I really don't want to, but I may have to do it. Okay, but I really hope you all enjoyed this video. Be on the lookout for other unboxing videos like this. I should have a lot more coming to the channel, and an eventual review for this guy, Shin, and Ahsoka all in one video together, so be on the lookout for that. I hope you all enjoyed. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe, and I will talk to you all in another video, another post, another time.